watch the playback. So again, I'm Melissa. Welcome to Busy Women Can Build a Business. And you guys, you truly, absolutely can build a business and do all the things busy women and busy moms do. We're not going to waste any time tonight. I'm going to start by sharing my story. Suzanne's going to be sharing her story later. This is why I started my own journey. We even say all the time, everyone has their day one. We literally say our job is our journey. And this is how mine began. This is me over here on the left, looking pitiful and exhausted because I was. I was a new mom, or had a new mom of my third child. So my kids were, they were, how old? They were 11 and 7 and 1 when I started using Beachbody. And I started with a program called P90X. Anybody ever heard of that program? And the one of the original programs of Beachbody with Tony Horton. And I was desperate to have more energy, and I was really desperate to have a lot of things. Community of women closer to my age, more energy, and I needed to lose 50 pounds of baby weight. That is literally how this all got started. I was sitting on my couch, and I was watching The View of all things. I don't watch The View, you guys. Like, I don't even know why it was on. I was folding baby clothes. I think I just finished watching Rachel Ray, to be honest with you, because she was cooking. And it just, like, The View just came on, and they said they were going to be reviewing this program called P90X. And my husband had been picking with me about that program for months. And I thought, okay, let me hear what the review is. And as soon as they finished sharing the review and shared some results, before and after pictures, I called up my husband at work and I said, I don't know what P90X is, but you and I are going to be 58 when this baby graduates from high school. And we are not getting any younger. So I need to get this weight off, and let's just do this together. He ordered the program off of Amazon because we didn't know anything about Beachbody. He ordered it off Amazon and we got started. And in 120 days, this is my after picture over here, me and my blue. I lost 35 pounds and 12 inches. I had already lost about 10 pounds of my baby weight. So I came within 5 pounds of losing 50 pounds. And I have just kept going ever since. This is me before, right after my daughter was born. And this is me after. We got such amazing results. My husband got amazing results. He's a type 1 diabetic. And he had trouble at first losing the weight until he started using a product called Shakeology, which is our superfood dense nutrition shake. And that is what propelled him to actually start losing his weight. And he got amazing results. So people were already asking us, what in the world are you doing? And so when my husband discovered that there was a coach opportunity attached to this, he came to me and he said, I think I would like to coach. And I said, okay, great. You go do that. I don't have time for that. I'm doing good to run our household and keep up with our 3 kids. And so I don't have time for another thing. And he was like, oh, I think you'd be so great at this. And so when my kids were 12, 9, and 2, he signed me up to be a coach under him to help him reach the first promotion in the company. We're going to talk a little bit about that later. So before I knew it, I was helping him run his business. Then that involvement in Beachbody led him to starting his own company about 3 years down the road. And then I had the opportunity at that point, even though I loved the workouts, I loved the supplements, but I didn't necessarily love helping him with this business. And I had the opportunity at that point to say, I don't want to do this anymore. But I felt like the Lord was saying to me, you know that in all of your conversations that you're having with women, asking them to be a part of your groups, that this is something women really need. And he just laid it on my heart to keep going and to have a vision for a community of like-minded women. And I jumped in with both feet and said, okay, if this is mine and not ours, I'm all in. And he went and did his thing, and I have been doing this now for really going hard for 7 years doing this. And it's been awesome to be able to see how our community has changed so much. This is me going to my second summit, which is our company's annual event. And the first time I went with my husband, and we went to Las Vegas, Nevada. And honestly, y'all, I thought this was a scam. And we went out there, and I was like, there's no way these people are making money with this. And my eyes were completely opened to all of these amazing women out there making very lucrative incomes, building amazing businesses to support their families. And they didn't look like they had beach bodies. They didn't look like Barbie dolls. They were real live people just like me, some from rural America to bigger cities in California and across the United States. And at that point, we had just ventured into Puerto Rico when we went to that conference. And so that is when I grabbed hold of the dream of being able to stay home, bring in income for our family, and make a difference in other people's lives. And so this is me by myself in Nashville. And then a couple years later, Suzanne and I met, and she went with me to Indianapolis with several other people on our team. And so this is a picture of me qualifying for my first New Leaders Conference, which is a really big deal in the company. And then Suzanne and Angela became Diamond Leaders in the company as well, which is a big benchmark in the company. And then last year, to be able to walk across the stage in St. Louis as a 2-star Diamond coach was probably one of the heights of my coaching career or success with this company. And honestly, the whole thing is about us serving other people. And when we are able to serve other people to the best of our benefit or ability, rather, you see a team thrive when you put serving first.
Yeah, that's Melissa. Seeing those pictures. First of all, thank you for not wearing Umbro shorts anymore. I know I tell you that every time I see that picture, but it's just hilarious. Like who remembers the Umbros? I know y'all do. Like y'all are all around our age, so it's hilarious. I wore them in college too. I don't know why. I thought they were cute. So how did I start, and why did I start? So you can see some pictures of me several years ago, some before and afters. I yo-yo dieted my whole life, and it was always a diet. It was always the next trend. What can I do? What was cool? What was trendy? What was going to get the weight off fast? And I found all those things. But what I didn't find was something that brought me joy, brought me a lot of energy, sustainability, and something that I could bring such passion to other people. And so I found some workout programs, and I bought mine on Amazon too, Melissa. I don't know if you know that originally. I originally bought my first set of DVDs on Amazon because I didn't know anything about Beachbody either. But when Brian and I connected with Melissa from Instagram, and her team was doing a really cool program called 80-Day Obsession, I was like, okay, well, I think we can do that. First of all, I would never recommend a brand new person doing 80-Day Obsession. So I don't know what was wrong with us, but in 80 days, we had leaned in so much to these programs and the nutrition. And both of us lost over 25 pounds, 20 some inches. I mean, you can see some of what I look like before, what I look like after. And I started this when I was 49 years old. And Melissa kept saying, you are just crushing this. You are doing so good. You're so passionate. You're so excited. You're a natural cheerleader. Why don't you share this with other people? And I was like, That's a great question. Why don't I share this with other people? So I started doing that. It was so interesting at the time. Our church was going through an expansion project. So there was a big capital campaign, and people from our church pledged money toward paying for the building project. And so Brian and I sat down, we put a lot of prayer into, how much do we want to give on top of what we already give? And we came up with that number, and I thought, I don't want to go out and get a job. Like, I don't want to do something else. And oh, that's right, Melissa talked about this gig of coaching and how it could bring in a nice income. So I was like, okay, that's what I'm going to do. And in less than 2 years, we had paid off our pledge that we put toward our church. So, I look at it like this is something that brings me so much joy. It makes me as a woman feel amazing. And why would I not want other women that I care about to feel amazing? So that's kind of how I got started too, Melissa.
Yeah. And I remember us having that conversation. I remember you telling me, I want to pay for that capital campaign.
Yeah,
I remember that specifically.
Yeah.
So I love this new quote that our company has here. It says, there's no such thing as a beach body. We've been told it's an ideal. It's not. We can do better, and we'll prove it starting with our name. Beachbody is what the company currently is, but we are going through a rebranding right now because our CEO, Carl Deichler, feels so convicted by the word Beachbody. And he said, you know what, we can do better. And literally when James said, let's partner with Beachbody, I was like, Beachbody, people are going to like make such fun of me if I tell them I'm a Beachbody coach. Like, I thought of Baywatch and some, hunky girl, like running down the beach with the guys. And I'm like, I am not that person. Like, that is not who I am. And so I love that he has embraced this. So we are formally Beachbody, but as of March of this year, we will be called Team Body Coaches. Body stands for Beachbody On Demand Interactive, because last year we started launching live workouts where you can sign up to work out live with a super trainer on the platform. It's the coolest thing ever. And so they are the creator of the world-class workouts like P90X, Insanity, 21 Day Fix, so much more. I think now that we're up to like 4,000 workouts on this program or this platform. It's just amazing, the content that we have available right at our fingertips. The mission of Beachbody, or Team Body now, is to help others lead healthy and fulfilling lives with simple at-home fitness and nutrition programs without beating yourself up. That's the new part of this company. We help people get results, and as coaches, we teach other people to do what we do. That's literally what we do as coaches. We lead from the front. We share with others how our job is our journey of taking care of ourselves first, helping our clients get amazing results, and then teaching those that want to partner with us and be a part of our team how to do that as well. It's really that simple, you guys. So
yeah, that's good. And I love this picture, y'all. When Melissa said she went to the big coaching conference by herself the very first time, and then within 2 years, all of these hands that you see in this photo, that was a bunch of us that were in Indianapolis together. So I remember, Melissa, when you said, my dream is to build a team, and because I was by myself for such a long time. So that's why we just think it's a big deal to talk about community. So you'll hear us talk about that a lot. So like, let's focus on how we feel and how others feel from the inside out. And with our transition from Beachbody to Body, that is such a big deal to us. And Melissa, like you, when I hear Beachbody, I think, oh my gosh, I have to be perfect. And, I have to do all these things. And I mean, y'all look at us, we're in sweatshirts. And I mean, I've had a headset on my head all day. My hair is flat. No, it's like, we don't care. We don't care about that. We care about how we physically feel. Because you know what, when we feel amazing, that radiates to other people. So that's a big deal to us. And focusing on being our healthiest selves for our families. Y'all, we're strong, amazing women, and people depend on us. So having that physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual strength to take care of ourselves is a big deal.
Yeah, absolutely. So keep going, girl.
Thanks. So how is our team culture different from other teams? Well, first of all, look at us. I mean, dang, aren't we fun? Like, there are 5 pictures and we're 5 different locations together. So who doesn't want to do that? Other teams travel together. Other teams travel together too. I'm not saying they don't, but we are a very strong faith-based community. We are, most of us, I think all of us are Jesus lovers. We have a strong Christian faith, and those maybe who are new in their walk with Christ, it's fun to bring them in and mentor them in a business sense, but also as discipleship. So that is some of the ways that we are different than other teams.
Yeah.
We also, if you've been on with us, our weekly Zoom workout, we do it every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern time. Everyone in the whole team is invited to do that. Not every team does that, but our team does. And we have for years. If you are a coach on our team, we host 2 team calls a month. And these calls help us grow and learn as leaders in the organization. We do trainings internally. We also have weekly and daily, really, encouragement within our BOD squad, that Facebook group that we jump into all the time. And we have some fun and unique accountability opportunities. And we have some team retreats. We've been to the beach, twice now? Has it been twice? We've been to Virginia. Yeah. We've been to St. Louis. We've been to Indianapolis. We're getting ready to go to San Antonio in June. We've got another beach retreat in September. So there's lots of different opportunities. And for those who are coaches on our team, we open it up. Everyone is welcome. If we don't have room, guess what? We make room, because we don't want someone to miss out on these fun retreats and opportunities that we host.
Yeah. And unlike other teams, we include at the beach retreat, especially, and you're invited to go with us to San Antonio, but you don't have to be a certain level in the business to be able to go with us. Other teams are not that way. They tell you have to hit this benchmark in order to go on this particular trip. We have not chosen to do it that way. We want to include everybody and give everybody the experience of being with us on these retreats. And so I think that makes us a little bit different as well. So you might be thinking, well, that sounds great, you guys, but I don't know anything about running an online business, and I have no idea where I would even start if I said yes to this. And you know what? Here's the good news. We didn't either. Like, I have a music education degree. Suzanne is in human resources. Like, we didn't know anything about this. But the good news is that you have us, because we've already done the hard work. And I feel like now we have created a mentorship that is basically what I call a fast track system. And you definitely don't have to go through all of the things that I had to go through as an early coach, because now the tools are so much better, especially in the Coach Online office. And like Suzanne said, we host team calls twice a month to help you learn and grow as a leader. We plan stuff that our BOD squad does together as a team, which I think is so important. There are trainings in the Coach Online office from top coaches in the company that we learn from as well. And then, like I said, we have our own mentorship to help you learn how to fast track this business, as long as you implement what is there. So if you can imagine with us tonight, what would it be like if you could earn an extra $500 a month? $500 a month right now in this economy could help with a lot of different things, especially groceries.
Groceries. I was going to say, don't forget our groceries.
Like, I am flabbergasted at how much everything keeps increasing in price at the grocery store. Y'all, I went to Target last week. A gallon of Clorox was $6.98. Like, I'm sorry, I did not buy the gallon of Clorox. I'm gonna have to go somewhere else. That is nuts. And as far as I'm concerned, everybody needs a side hustle in their life right now to help with these prices. So imagine if you could earn an extra $500. Imagine if you could have that like-minded community of women to cheer you on and not tear you down. In my opinion, this opportunity gives you a opportunity to get to know the team even closer. And I wouldn't know any of these women that I am presently working with if it were not for this opportunity. Like Suzanne told you earlier, we met through Instagram. We did not even know each other. The first time I ever saw Suzanne, she was coming down besides on Zoom, she was coming down the escalator at the Raleigh-Durham airport for us to fly to Indianapolis together. Like, that was the sweetest moment when we got to actually see each other in person after being on Zoom together for months. And so yes, you have to get out of your comfort zone just a little bit, but I have made some of the most incredible relationships just by saying yes to this opportunity. Imagine if you could take your family on a trip to Disney or Universal Studios, or on a special trip with your spouse to the happy place of your choice, fully paid for. This is my husband and I. Last year, we got to go on a fully paid vacation to Mexico, courtesy of Team Beachbody. It was the most fun. We went to the Hard Rock in Riviera Maya for 4 days or 5 days and 4 nights. It was just amazing. And then I took my family to Universal Studios as well as Disney World last Christmas. I paid for that basically with my check from Beachbody just by helping other people. What if you could win a free trip for your efforts of helping other people go to Punta Cana or Mexico or Bora Bora or Italy? These are all places that Team Beachbody coaches go together. In fact, Suzanne and I will be traveling to Mexico at the end of March for a Beachbody Success Club event. And we're super excited. I've declined about 5 of these trips. And it just didn't work for my husband and I to go at the time that they normally have these trips. And so I'm excited to be able to actually be able to go on this trip and gift that to one of the coaches on my team. And Suzanne's going to take her husband. Finally getting to see your savings account grow and not deplete, especially with the economy. Y'all, these are very attainable goals with this company, but it is based on your efforts. Beachbody does not guarantee any amount of income. It is based on your efforts, diligent and hard work. So how do you get started? Suzanne, take that away.
Yeah. So if you'll click the slide one more time, there we go. How do you get started? So there's actually 2 options. If this is something you want to just say, okay, I'm ready to do this. I want to jump in. I want to learn from these mentors and get going. Option 1, if you already are part of our team, you have likely already purchased a total solution pack, which means you've got Beachbody On Demand, you had Shakeology, or you had Energize Recover, you had a total package. The coach sign-up fee is $39.95. So basically $40. But because you've already ordered a total solution pack, that fee can actually be reimbursed by Beachbody. So that's option number 1. Option number 2, which we feel like is an enormously good package also, is if you're new, or even if you've been with us for a little bit and you want access to a new program, or you want to try something different as far as products, supplements, anything like that, you can grab a Total Solutions Essential Pack, and your coach sign-up fee will be waived. So there's a great option, and then there's an even better option.
And I know you're thinking, okay, well, so what do you mean? How much does a Total Solutions Essential Pack cost? So we didn't put a number on that one, you guys, because it could vary anywhere from like $159.95 to $225. The good news is we have $20 promo codes that we get to share with you. So we save you a little bit of money. But that coach fee is completely waived. And 9 times out of 10, Most people get started right here because they want
Hmm.
to get their hands on additional product so they can test it for themselves if they're actually going to run this business. And that's what I recommend, quite honestly. All right. Frequently asked questions. Here are some of them. Are you required to sell or purchase a certain amount of product every month? No, you are not. And that's kind of like a two-sided thing. Okay. So, no, you are not required to sell a certain amount of product. You are to be an active coach and to get paid. You need to have an order that comes through your account of 50 personal volume points. So if you are already on Shakeology or you ordered Shakeology with a total solution pack, that covers your 50 personal volume points every single month. You can also, because they've given you so much freedom to delay orders, you can delay an order and try two other products, and it tells you the amount that that particular product, like how many PV that particular product is worth on the site. So you can change it up and you can say, hey, this month I want to try collagen and greens. So as long as you have an order that you are using, then you are good. You are not required to sell a certain amount of product. This is not like other network marketing companies that require you to buy in a whole bunch of merchandise and then you resell it. That is not how this works at all. That is why we are given these beautiful websites where we can actually send share carts to people. You've probably received one of those
Hmm.
from us. And then the company processes the order for you, ships out all the product to your client, customer, coach, and you don't have to do any of that stuff, which honestly, if it was the other way around, I would not still
Mm-mm.
be here.
No.
I don't have time for that. And as Suzanne has said before to me, I don't have space for that either. No, I don't either. I don't know many people who would. All right, Suzanne, this is your question, girl.
Yeah. So
Definitely.
people always ask me, how do you find time in your day to run an online business? People ask me that because they know I work a full-time job. They know I'm a wife and I'm a daughter and I help take care of so many different things. Where do I find the time? And I will tell you, like I tell everyone else, I run my business in pockets of time in my day.
Yes.
I choose to get up a little bit earlier than most people, and I work my business maybe 30 to 40 minutes in the morning before I work out. At lunchtime, instead of going to lunch with my girlfriends or going to run errands or shopping or things like that, I will take the work that I didn't get done in the morning and I'll take it to another part of my building. And I'll sit down, I'll put my earbuds in and I'll work. I'll invite folks, I'll follow up with people. Sometimes, if it's a pretty day, I don't think I told you this, Melissa, I will get in my car and I'll drive across the street and I will just sit in the sunshine just to get out of the building and get fresh air, but still work my business. So I don't sit down for hours at a time to work this. It could be 15 minutes here, it could be 15 minutes there, it could be an hour, it could be 20 minutes. I find pockets of my day because I have a goal. I have a financial goal, I have business goals. And if I don't carve out those little times in the day, those goals never get achieved.
Exactly. And for me, I started this business when my kids, remember, were 12, 9, and 2. So I have run this business from my car in the car line for many years. And while my kids are at dance or cheerleading now, actually, I'm busy with that one at cheerleading. So it's like before we go into cheer or year round swimming, y'all, I have literally worked it in lots of different pockets. And I have a basically a planner and it goes with me everywhere I go.
Yep.
And that's how I've run my business. And then last question is, what are the expectations? And you know what? Here's the expectations. Be a great participant in our Bod Squad group. Lead from the front by participating in the group. Show up for team calls. You've got to be on the team calls so that you learn how to run this business and to fast track this business. And then achieve the first promotion in the company, which is called Emerald. And we want you to achieve that first promotion in the company because we want you to see your income grow. And when you achieve that first promotion, you're not just receiving commission from helping other people get started with whatever they choose to order, but you're also getting what we call a team cycle bonus. So that means you are getting commission based on what the whole entire team is doing. And you can't take advantage of that until you open your bank account with that first, we call it our bank account, your first promotion in the company. So that's really the main expectations. Did I leave anything out, Suzanne?
Working on your own journey.
Yes, we got to work on our own journey. We have to be a product of the products we're using and the programs we're using. So yes, thank you for that.
Yeah.
All right. So basically, our first mentorship is opening tonight. You're finding out about this first. The Busy Women Can Build a Business starts this Thursday, January 26th. The next step is for you to reach out to the coach that invited you to this group and say, yes, after listening through the presentation, I want to take advantage of this. Here's how I want to get started, or here's why I want to get started, or maybe you have more questions after the presentation is over. Reach out to your coach because she can't answer your questions unless you give her an opportunity to do so. And I can promise you, if she doesn't know, then she will reach out to me or Suzanne, and we will be able to help answer those questions for her. But we want to help you get started with whatever your goals and dreams are, if this is truly something that interests you. Now, those of you that are on live with us, if you have any questions, you're welcome to unmute right now and you can ask us those questions. If you don't, it's totally fine. When there's no pressure at all. We're just giving you an opportunity. So does anybody have any questions that are on live with us? No?
All right.
Okay, perfect.
And that's okay. Sometimes people like to really think about what they've heard and absorb and come back and ask us, and you're welcome to do that.
Yes, absolutely. So like we said earlier, and you heard earlier, we're recording this call. Feel free, once I get it uploaded to YouTube, we will be sending out the link and you can watch the playback, refer to any part of this presentation that you weren't sure about, or maybe you want to re-listen to again, and then you can reach out to us. We will follow up with you because we want to know, okay, did this help you? Or are you ready to do this? Or is this not the right time? But we will follow up with you because we take inviting people to do this with us very seriously, because it's made such an impact in our lives and it's made such a difference, especially in my income, to help out my family. And I know that it could benefit yours. So anything else, Suzanne, you can think of before we jump off?
Nothing that I can think of. Thank you, ladies, for joining us. It's so good to see your faces.
Yes, absolutely. All right, you guys, that is it